Hello fishy folks, happy Tuesday. Figured I'd give you a quick view into my one show tank I have upstairs. This is in my kitchen looking into my family room, which is quite messy. You can see through the tank, don't look. And here's my betta tank. Let's talk about the betta tank. We got the betta for my 4-year-old son who's really not interested. He was at first, but not really so much anymore. It's a 12-gallon Eclipse. It's acrylic, has the crappy Marineland filter, semi do-it-yourself filter pad, just pinky floss. Do need to put a sponge on the intake to help, but you know, one betta, 12-gallon tank. There's a Pleco in there also. Plenty of room for him to swim. You can see how great he looks, healthy, big, eaten. Sorry the tank's a little messy, but we got algae from the sun behind me. See that? Sun. Okay, let's talk about this tank, shall we? So this is a 30-gallon tank. Long story short, about 5 years ago, I had a 55-gallon with some discus in it, actually in that room. It had 2 discus, sand bottom, planted, a couple angels, I think, Pleco or 2. And I really wasn't a great fish keeper, nor did I know much about discus. I knew enough, but they only lasted about a year. Obviously, discus need more than 2 to be happy, more than a 55. I did a lot of water changes, not enough for discus, but 50 or 60% twice a week just wasn't enough. And they really didn't thrive, and one passed, and shortly after that, the other one passed. And I got kind of sad because I really liked them. They were my favorite fish at the time, and I kind of packed up all my fish tanks and just let them go. And then we had my youngest son, and I didn't really have time or anything for fish tanks. And just recently, about 6 or 8 months ago, I got the betta for him. Then I thought, hey, let's put the 30-gallon here. It would fit perfectly, and it did. And so I got this tank. It's not fluval. Sea chem substrate, flourish substrate maybe, I forget. If you know what it is, put a comment below. You know, rocks from outside. I originally started with a hang on the back filter, but it was noisy, and I have found that the hang on the back filter caused much more evaporation than that sponge filter. Also, the hang on the filter got clogged and leaked one day. We were out to dinner, came home, and there was water all over the floor in the basement, and the tank was like down to here. Don't have that with a sponge filter. So basically, I took that sponge filter from a tank I had running in the fish room, put it in here, took the hang on the back and put it back in storage. So let's talk about some of these plants. Obviously, Anacharis just grows like weeds. That's some Val, I think. Yeah. Got it from Aquarium Co Op in Everett, Washington. Corey shipped it to me from his website. So you can see the runners. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little baby one in the back. I believe that's also the same plant, the tall green one, skinny leaves, but seems to be growing differently. I'm not really sure why. If you could know, let me know. I don't have a green thumb. It's just a regular Caucasian thumb, sorry. Anywho, we got the water Sprite. Let's talk about this for a second. See that ginormous bush of water Sprite? It's like a tree right there. That came from a piece like the floating kind. I'll show you. If I drop the phone in the water, I'm going to be pissed, so let's hope we don't do that. Okay, here we go. Look. So it's just floating. You got roots coming down. And what you do is you just plant the roots like this. Put some easy green in the water. Slide is nothing special. And that's what happens. So about a month ago, my local fish store handed me a handful of those scraps and said, I can't sell these, take them if you want them. I took them, I planted a couple, I floated a couple, and that's what happens. That tree is the result of planting that Aquarium Co Op's Easy Green and a healthy tank. And that's all. And you could see, like, that was a scrap, that was a scrap, that one in the back was a scrap, that one I just planted last week, that one I planted last week also. Got some algae on those leaves, but whatever. All right, let's talk about the fish in here. We'll talk about this angel first. I saw this angel at Pleco, the last $1 per gallon sale they had. Not the one that just ended, the one before that. And I had to have him. I think it's a him based on the head shape. See that little ridge? I think it's a him. Anyway, I looked at him. He was about quarter size. Pleco, I think he was $6 or $7, which is pricey for me. Like a local fish store is quite reasonable. But long story short, it took me about a week to convince myself to get him. I bought him, quarantined him, put him in here, haven't had a problem. It's the only fish I've ever bought from Pleco. Just don't like their stock. The one near me just isn't very good. The PetSmart near me is much, much better. I do buy some fish from there, here and there, but mostly from my local fish store. These marble angels, which look like the ones I have downstairs. Hey, buddy. I adopted them. I rescued them, I guess. Somebody I know purchased a tank on Craigslist. Actually, the tank was for free. It was a 40-gallon high, and it had these two in it. A big Pleco and some platies, some guppies, some mollies. It was just a mix of fish. And the guy wanted to sell the 40-gallon tank, and he asked if I wanted these angels because he knows I keep angels. So I took them, put them in quarantine. I had them downstairs, thought about seeing if they would breed, but I really like how that, the long fins, I don't know what you call it, you angel guys can let me know what the proper name for these fins are. But after quarantine, I decided to put them up here in the show tank. So what do we got left? Oh, we got the Gouarmi. When I first set the tank up, my oldest son and his girlfriend really wanted a Gouarmi. We actually had two. One got the crap beat out of it, so we rehomed it. But that one's doing quite well. Hangs with the angels. There is a pretty big lemon Pleco back there. I don't know if you can see him. He's right there. See him? And there's also a bristlenose Pleco, in the cleanup. And that's my one show tank. I don't claim to be a great aquascaper. I don't claim to be a great fish keeper. I keep the fish I know how to keep. And if I don't know, I ask lots of questions after doing my research on YouTube. I lied. Doing my research on the internet, which includes YouTube. Excuse me. And that's that. So, if you like what you see, let me know. If you don't like what you see, let me know why. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. That would be fantastic. Any questions, let me know. I try to answer all of them down in the comments below. And have a great day, guys.